Hey, this is Papa from Street Fighter TradingSystem.com. Alright, so today I want to add another video that will be included, I think, on the part 2. So Secret of the Shoryu Trade, aka two-legged pullback, aka second entry. So the reason, so first the topic of this video will be a short-term trend line, right? So Dean has made a video on it, so which is I think the 2-2, what is a short-term trend line. But even though I don't trade, I still read like the Discord community chat room, and I think that many people are still not able to understand the importance of it and how to use them. Okay, so I want to add a deeper dive on it and go into the concept of how to use it, because it is, for me, I think, a part of one of the critical elements to succeed if you want to play Mac style or day one trader style. Okay, the reason also why I want to deep dive on it is for those who followed my playbook and not my YouTube channel. So at the very beginning, when I started trading on I think February or January, I I was including the concept of Shoryu trade and Shoryu trade punish only using the short-term trend line and the 2000 tick chart, right? So the reason why I did this is that I was looking, a lot of people was getting trapped and they were going counter trend. So my whole idea was to create a concept around how to use the short-term trend line to help them. Okay, anyway, let's get started. So for this, I'm going to take like the 2000 tick chart. So again, just a precision, I don't trade the 2000 tick, right? But my goal is not to help myself. My goal is to help you guys, and I know that a lot of the community is using the 2000 tick chart because they either are following Mac or they are coming from the day one trader course, right? So the idea, I repeat, is to help you out, help you all out to succeed on your path to trading. Okay, so before we start, actually, I need to give you a little bit of theory on the short-term trend line. Okay, so the idea is this. So let's say you have an impulsive move on the upside, right? So you will draw your short-term trend line, and we'll see after how to draw it, right? And you can still see the video of Dean. So you have the short-term trend line, and what you are waiting for to take a Shoryu trade, okay, is for this impulsive move or the short-term trend line to break, right? To do basically Shoryu trade, right? So it will do something like this. So this is your price. Your price is like this. It's going up, then it breaks. Okay, it does one move down, up, down. Okay, so what you want to do is to wait for your short-term trend line to break, right? To take the two-legged pullback move. Okay, but the principal idea is first to help you to have the direction of where you're gonna play the trade. Okay, so if the short-term trend line is going upwards, but the direction in which you're going to play is upwards, right? It's not downwards. So it can help you out if you're not using the 50 SMA, right? For people, because again, people who are playing the one trader or max style, they only have the 21 EMA, right? So they don't have the 50 SMA to give them direction. What they use is macro trend lines and so on. But anyway, so the idea, as I said, is draw your short-term trend line to give you the direction on where you're going to play the trade. Okay, so this gives you direction, and then after, there is something that we call the opposing short-term trend line, okay, which basically what you want to do is to draw the opposing. So let's say your short-term trend line is going upwards. The opposing will be the opposite of your short-term trend line, and what you want is that when you draw the opposing, okay, your entry point should not be, right, opposing so it shouldn't act as resistance. So let's say my short-term trend line was like this. I cannot enter the trade. My opposing short-term trend line is like this. I cannot enter the trade because it's acting as resistance. What we want is the opposing STT, so short-term trend line, to be like this. Okay. Another concept also on how, so this is how you play with the direction and so on an upside. So on the other side, on the flip side, of course, is the reverse. So you will wait for a short-term trend line like this, right? So and then so your price will come down, right? And then you're waiting for up, down, up, but you're waiting for the break of the short-term trend line. Okay. So by the way, the opposing, I like to put it in blue, right? So the short-term trend line will be in white, and the opposing, I'll put it in blue. And what you need to make sure is the opposing, again, when you enter, so you will probably enter here, the opposing should not act as resistance, because if it does, you're probably gonna get trapped. Okay, so yeah, okay. Another way to play with the short-term trend line, okay. So one important thing to understand is that when you have a break of this STT, okay, the way some people play to do counter trend trading, okay, so counter trend, I don't advise to do it, but I will still explain it because I think that some people like to still play counter trend, and it is a high probability setup, but I will show you in which case, right? So the theory is this, is if you have a short-term trend line going up, okay, and you have your price that does this, right? It breaks, up, down, up, it does a Shoryu move. What usually happens, so this is the configuration if you want to play with the trend, with the short-term trend, okay? But what some other people are looking at is basically for this. They will look at the short-term trend line, and when it breaks, okay, what people will do is that they will wait for the price to make another high, okay? So here it makes a high, it does a low, it makes another high, right, by breaking, and then they will short, so they will go on the opposing direction, right, over here, right? So they are doing counter short-term trend line trading, and the reason is that most of the time, okay, when there is a trend break or short-term trend break, and if it does, it has a high probability to make a new high. And when it does the new high, and that's the reason why also you are also playing your two-legged pullback, right? Because what you are expecting is that after a break, the price is gonna go higher than the previous high, right? So that's what you are expecting, okay? So I repeat, when you play your two-legged pullback move, what you are expecting when there is a break of the short-term trend line is that the price is going to do a higher, right, high than the previous one, okay? So you are banking on this probability, okay? But what you also need to know is that there is people that are banking to do the reverse. That means they are waiting for the price to do the break. Then they will see that the price do a new high, and then if it does a new high, it has a higher probability that the price will go down. Okay, so I don't advise to take those type of trade, but I know many people will try to take it. And the advice on this is maybe to take the lower high, right, rather than taking the two-legged pullback move or the Shoryu trade move. Okay, well, it's starting to get a little bit complex. So anyway, this was the theory. I think that it's better if we practice it. Okay, so let's take a look at yesterday's data. Okay, and let's try to find the Shoryu move, the short-term trend line, the opposing, and so on. Okay, so Usually, if you look at maybe Mag video, he will start the day at 7 a.m. So it's 5 p.m. Thai time. Okay. So we start and then we have this move, right? So to draw the short-term trend line, you still need to have a decent impulse move to the downside. So what you do is you try to connect most of the bar that you can, right? So here, if you start with this, you connect this, and then if you're on the right edge of your screen, you would have drawn this, okay? So now what you want is to have a move, okay, is to take a trade that is on the direction of the short-term trend line, okay? So you are waiting for the pullback, it breaks, okay? So now you are waiting for a two-legged move, okay? So we have one-legged, and here, now we can start thinking of a two-legged move, okay? So it does up, down, up, okay? And then here, what you want to do also is to draw the opposing, okay? Because, as I said, if you want to enter here, you shouldn't have an opposing short-term trend line that acts as resistance. But here, your opposing is this, right? So I put it in blue. Okay, so this is basically a perfect configuration to take the short. Why? Because we have the STT that is going downwards. So this gives us the direction where we need to play the trade. It broke the short-term trend line. Okay. And then what we want to do is to have a two-legged move, right? And we need to have the opposing that doesn't act as resistance. And here it doesn't act as a resistance, right? So we can place a stop buy below this candle because this candle is bearish, and then wait and see if it works. So here we see that the price is dropping, so you would have had your 1 point scalp. Okay, so this would have been the first trade you could have taken. Now we continue. So again, decent move to the downside, right? So you draw your STT, right? Then you draw your opposing. Okay, so opposing. And what you are looking at, okay, is to have basically a two-legged move. So we have the first leg down, and we have the second leg, okay? So we can see again that the opposing short-term trend line is not acting as a resistance, right? So we can place a trade over here and wait and see what's happening. So again, you can see that the move would have worked. Okay, so you continue again, you draw your short-term trend line, then you draw your opposing, right? Opposing. Then you wait, you have a one-legged move, and you don't have a two-legged move, right? And it goes down directly, so you cannot take any trade, okay? So we're going to continue like this a little bit. So let's see over here. Okay, so this is an example of how you can draw your short-term trend line. So here, where does it go? It goes up. So what you are waiting is for so if you see this, you are waiting to play on the upside, but we can see that here it broke the low of this, so you are no more looking for long. Now the short-term trend line is going down, okay? So you want to play on the downside, right? Then you again have an upside, and this is the second case, okay? So in this case where people would like to basically play on the opposing of the short-term trend line. So where you can do it, basically. So this is where you can do it. Okay, so I'm gonna just remove this. So here you see that you have your short-term trend line. It does a break, right? It don't do a two-legged move on the downside, but it does a two-legged move on the upside. So short-term trend line up, it breaks, right? So first leg and second leg is doing a higher level than this one. Okay, so it's exactly this configuration where I had the price going up, down, and it does a higher than this one, right? So I draw it over here, so for you to understand, it does up over here, then a break, okay, and it does a higher move over here, because so this is still a two-legged move, right? But I know people, what they will do is that this is a two-legged move, right? So to the downside, so up, down, up, and they will try to short over here, right? So yes, you can, right? But this is definitely not a high probability setup, because again, your goal is to play with the trend, okay? It might work now, but a lot of times you are going to lose, okay? So my advice is don't take them, but just understand why it works. It works because the idea is that when you have a short-term trend line break, okay, the probability that after a break is that it's going to do a new high, right? And then people will try, once it does the new high, they will try to short. They will see that they have room with the 21 EMA, and then they will take this trade. So it worked here. Well, maybe we'll find an example where it doesn't work, right? But when I used to trade this technique, a lot of the time, so maybe it will work 80% of the time, or maybe 70%, but 70% is not what you want when you are scalping. What you want is 90% plus, okay? So we can continue like this all along. So yeah, here it's a good place. So for example, here we had a short-term trend line going upward. But here is where I will advise people to not take the trade. Why? Because if you draw the opposing, right, so you have your short-term trend line going upwards, okay? So it's going up. Now, the problem is this, is if you draw the opposing, so this is your opposing short-term trend line, you can see that this opposing is acting as resistance, right? So most of the time what will happen is when we have this configuration, the price will go up a little bit. So you're going to place your buy stop over here, and then the price will reverse, okay? So that's why you don't want to enter on those type of trades. So it's very important to draw the short-term trend line to understand which direction you should go with, okay? And second, draw your opposing to understand if it's a good opportunity to buy or not, or if you are going to get trapped, okay? So very important, guys, okay? So I'm just going to continue a little. So yeah, this is an example on where you can take this type of move. So don't take this one, okay? So here, for example, the short-term trend line is going up, right? So what you are looking normally is to go long, right? But the idea is that here, so you would have seen this, okay? You would have seen like down, up, down. This candle is not bad, right? And if you go long over here, you get your scalp because the opposing is like this, right? So it's going up, the opposing is like this. Okay, so it does down, and your entry point is over here. So you place your buy stop and you would have your 1 point scalp, okay? But again, normally you shouldn't go over here because your candle is below the EMA. But anyway, you can take this if you follow the rules. It's tradable, right? So now one thing I want to talk about this lower high stuff, right? So this is where you can try to take like the opposite direction. So here it does a break, it does a down up, and then over here it does a lower high. So this is where you have a higher probability of taking the trade, okay? So can I find, yeah, so if you want to go on the opposite direction, so let's say on this case, right, don't try to go if you see the two-legged move. Always wait for low high or higher low. They are much higher probability than going raw with a trend break, new high and short anyway. So let me take a last example because here we saw a lot of the long side. Do we have something on the short side that is tradable? So here again, it's the case of where people will try to short instead of going long. So the STT is going on the upside, and then you have like a break, right? It breaks, it does a new high over here. This high is higher than this one, so people will short over here because they have a room between the candle and the EMA. So they are 1 point scalp, right? But again, don't do it. I think it's not high probability. So I'm trying to find like a two-legged move. Okay, so this could have been one of it. So you have the short-term trend line over here. Then you have the opposing. Okay, so the opposing, every time for short-term trend line and opposing, what you want is to connect as much candles as possible. So minimum is 3. Okay, if you have only 2 candles, this is not your short-term trend line, right? Your short-term trend line is this. You need at least 3 candles to connect. Okay, so it does a down move, up, down, up, and then people will take this trade. I will not take it because the candle is shit, but I will maybe consider this one, which is a lower high, right? Anyway, so up, down, so on. So yesterday was, I think, a very good day for people playing with the trend. I guess that they might have had like hundreds of trades because as you see, if you draw the short-term trend line, it's always on the downside. So every time you draw and you have your two-legged move, it works, right? So I don't think that there is many days like this. But anyway, okay, so I hope that this will help you out understand first which direction you should play the trade. So play it on the direction of the short-term trend line, okay? Draw your opposing to understand if it acts as resistance. And 2 is the concept is very simple. As I say, I repeat it, is what you are banking on is after a short-term trend break, you are waiting, you know that the price will have a higher probability to make a new high if you're going long or to make a new low if you're going short. Okay, this is what you're waiting for. And another thing is it will help you out also for those who don't know how to draw like macro channels. Short-term trend line will help you out to avoid drawing macro channels and still be on the right direction. Okay, so it's for those who are not using either 50 SMA or for those who are not using macro trend lines. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That was Papa from StreetFighterTradingSystem.com.